Hello and welcome to the Sunday Guardian show by Joyeeta Basu. Viewers, something very interesting has happened. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, who is currently attending the SCO summit, SCO Defence Minister Summit in Qingdao in China, has refused to sign the declaration that comes at the end of any such summit. Now, why did he do that? As you guys know, SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization and it's a rotating presidency. India also had the presidency some time back, and so this time is the meeting is in China, where China is the president. Now, to understand what is going on, we have to first of all also look at a little bit in terms of what the purpose of the SCO is. Now, SCO is basically a kind of a security and economic alliance and partnership among countries in Eurasia, and it has as its members Pakistan, China, Russia, all the Central Asian republics, India, and recently when India was president, Iran was admitted as one of the members. Now, the thing is that you see, this is I would say platform which India considers important primarily not just because I would say to talk to Russia and China, but also to engage with the Central Asian republics. But then, as it happens, when Pakistan is present in any such forum and when there's China there, which is backing Pakistan, something atrocious is bound to happen, and that's what exactly happened at Qingdao. What exactly happened? Now, apparently, the statement that had been prepared by obviously the different members put in their inputs. Now, in that, they deliberately omitted India's concern about Pahalgaon terror attack that took place on 22nd April, killing 26 Indians. Now, the thing is that they omitted that, and they obviously on Pakistan's insistence they put in Balochistan over there. Now, why did they put in Balochistan? So, when you are putting Balochistan, you have to look at it in the context of how Pakistan has been falsely accusing India of perpetrating terrorism in Pakistan by using the Baloch fighters. So, what Pakistan is saying that all the Baloch freedom movement that is happening there, and it has been happening right from I would say the time of independence, and then when Balochistan was annexed by Pakistan. This we are talking about 47-48. Ever since, Balochistan has had this urge to become free and independent, and given the kind of torture and the oppression that Pakistan has been practicing in Balochistan, there is a full-fledged freedom warfare movement for independence is raging in Balochistan, and as it happens, Pakistan says this is a terrorist movement, and whatever actions, some sections of this movement have taken against Pakistanis and Chinese as well, it's all backed by India. So, the minute you are putting your concern in the pages of a particular document that is coming out of an important forum like SCO and say you do not mention Pahalgaon, but you mention Balochistan, what does it mean? That Pakistan is having its way by putting it in black and white on a global forum that India is backing terrorism. So, what Mr. Rajnath Singh did, he just put his pen down, he made himself very clear that you cannot have, India is not going to sign a document like this. Now, you see, this is something interesting also because just last week, India refused to endorse another SCO document. Now, that SCO document was obviously issued at the insistence of Iran, condemning Israel and blaming it of aggression. It was a serious indictment of Israel against Iran, and that how Iran was a victim and how what Israel was doing was, act of criminality outside the bounds of international law. India said that no, we are not going to sign that. So, you see, that became news. Our MEA also issued up a statement at that time saying that no, we are not sending it. First of all, it was drafted without consulting us, and And obviously, when you are looking at it, India has a solid defense and strategic partnership with Israel. I mean, India is definitely not going to they're not going to go public against Israel in such a big way. India may have concerns about, what is happening in Israel, Iran, but they're not going to make public. They are going to ask for peace. India would try to appear neutral, but India is not going to condemn the way these SCO, the rest of the SCO people are doing. And so obviously this was Iran's doing. In fact, if you look back, it happened, something similar happened at the BRICS summit also, although at that time India was not that active because there were other elements and involved. Iran had got certain things inserted there in terms about how the Hezbollah was suffering, people of Hezbollah, people of Libya were suffering, and Lebanon were suffering and all that. But it was not so explicitly anti-Israel at that time. So India kind of went ahead with it, and from whatever I have heard, even at that forum, Iran was coming up with the most severe criticism of Israel, which was never allowed to go in the BRICS declaration. So similar to this, here obviously China has kind of a great say, and China is backing Iran, and as a result of which they wanted those things put, and India refused. Now the question is that coming so soon after each other, first the Israel-Iran thing, and then we are talking about this Balochistan and Pahalgaon thing. Why are we still in SCO? What purpose is this platform serving us except for it being kind of, shouldn't we be walking out? That's a question many people are asking. You see, what happens is that those who support SCO, India being in SCO, their argument is that India is in it because it is a platform where it has got, it kind of, in spite of it being a bilateral, rather let me put it this way, India interacts with the Central Asian republics that are part of SCO, like Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and all these countries. So that's a good platform to interact with them, to be in touch with them. So that is one reason, of course, and the other reason is that in which other platform will you be able to stop Pakistan, and every time it kind of tends to go out of the line, decides not to follow the line, tries to pin down India. So this is one good platform to do it. In fact, that is one of the primary reasons that India is there. Whatever Pakistan and China want, India is going to block that. But how long it will continue like this, we do not know. The other thing is, you see, there is a speculation in terms of the West in particular sees both BRICS and SCO as anti-Western fronts, economic and security, in this particular case security. So what happens is that in this case, India has been very, very consistent, as Mr. Jaishankar has been saying, our foreign external affairs minister, that BRICS is not anti-West, or rather, let's put it this way, India is not anti-West. Just because India is part of that platform does not make India anti-West. India is not West, India is non-West. Now the same applies to SCO also. And another important thing about to have why India is still there is, if I can just go back to the earlier point, how does it help this platform if India is non-West and some of the others, particularly Iran, Russia and China, they are anti-West. Now India's presence there ensures another global forum does not slide into the lap of China, just in the case of BRICS, I would say. Here also it does not fall into the lap of China and becomes a very, anti-Western, anti-democracy, that kind of a platform. It does not become. India's presence really, I would say, softens the nasty, awful edge that SCO has. And don't forget that China is the main mover behind SCO. So to stop China from doing what it wants to do, pull everything into its sphere, right from Russia, everyone to its sphere, right from Russia to the Central Asian republics, everyone. India's presence stops that, prevents that. So that is very important. Now, so India will continue to be there. And you see, one of the agendas of SCO is anti-terrorism. So to have Pakistan in a body like that, Pakistan which is the, I would say, font of terrorism, and being able to counter Pakistan, I think that itself serves India's purpose to a large extent, that Pakistan is not being allowed to have its say at an international forum. You know, you're surrounded by hostiles, and over there you are kind of standing up for yourself and telling countries like Pakistan and China in particular that sorry, you are not going to have your way, even though this body has been, it's basically China inspired and China led. I think that itself is a huge win, diplomatic win for India. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.